right, here we go. We got Chris Shattuck in the house.
Good evening.
And some Rainier Beer.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
A lot of people frown upon these kinds of beers.
Yes.
Not me. I embrace them. I like them.
You do? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You do like the
Oh, I love Rainier.
Okay.
And Oli. PBR, I'll drink it.
Right.
But it's got something... I don't know. It's got a hint of something that these other ones don't have. Hams. This Rainier, Oli, and Hams are all the same beer to me.
Right. Yeah.
I like them. If I order them often at the bar, and what I'll do is I'll get them with orange juice in it. A beer mosa.
A beer mosa?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do
Well,
that.
you should try it, but here's the problem. They go down real easy.
Right.
Real easy.
Well, I think most of these beers go down pretty easy.
Yeah. No. But you'll be like, wait, I drank 5? You know?
Right.
Yeah. I've gotten in trouble a few times doing that.
I hear that.
I got a whole bar in trouble once. I introduced probably 5 people to beer mosas. We were drinking Oli with orange juice.
I'm going to have to give that a shot. I'm probably going to be in trouble when I get home.
Yeah.
I made sure that there was no beer left in our refrigerator before the girlfriend got home.
Yeah.
So she's going to come home to a little surprise.
Yeah, you got the store right around the corner, though.
Right. Yeah, we're right there.
Yeah.
She'll give me, send me over. Like, okay,
Yeah.
honey, go get some beer and a pizza from the bowling alley. And she's a sucker.
They have good pizza there.
They have really good pizza there.
Yeah.
She's a sucker for it. Every Sunday, it's almost a tradition that I got to go over and grab her a pizza. But it takes like about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
From the time you order it, for the time they make it. So,
Well, you can call it in, for sure.
Yeah. But what's even funner is the bar is right next door.
Yeah.
So we'll just sit
Shout
and
out
order
to
the pizza,
Lisa.
go out right. We'll go get a couple beers at the bar.
Yeah,
And
Lisa's awesome.
We'll get about 1.5 beers in before the pizza's ready. And, but yeah, I like hanging out over there. It's pretty cool.
I worked
Beer
there.
mimosas.
I worked there for a season.
Did you?
Yep.
I applied there a few months ago. I applied there.
Oh, yeah?
But they wanted a server that could work weekends, and I came in and was like, hey, I've been a server. I can't really do weekends, but I have a lot of serving experience. And I'm like, well, we kind of want to check who can work the weekends.
Well, part of it is the people who work their weekdays have been there forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I've noticed there's a lot of the same people there every time I go in. And they're always friendly and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Love the staff there.
It's a good time.
I know when the casino opened, Ilane, a couple of them went up there, and Lisa went up there for a little bit, but then she came back.
Then she came. Oh, okay.
I know a bunch of people. Well, I don't know. I have heard of a bunch of people who went there when it opened. It did not last long. They didn't like it.
At the casino?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know why.
I don't know. It's probably just the clientele's quite different.
Yeah.
It's very, very touristy, and
I haven't been in there. I've been in the building before it was open.
Gotcha. Before it was okay.
Before it had walls.
Oh, okay. Right.
Delivering parts and pipe and making the thing go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting everything set up for it.
Yeah, but I haven't been there since. I don't gamble.
Blackjack is the only thing I'll do. If I'm at a casino or in Vegas or something, like it's blackjack or nothing. I'll sit at the slots just so I can get like a free pack of smokes and a drink from whatever waitress is floating around. But
yeah, I'll do slots for a few bucks. That's about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the only one I've really enjoyed was 3-card poker. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed that.
I think slots is a time killer. I will sit at a slot if I'm waiting for a friend to get out of the bathroom.
The first time I went to Vegas was in, let's say, 2001, and went there for a bowling tournament. Didn't have any money. Me and my cousin didn't have barely any money. So what we would do is we would take a $20 bill, put it in the nickel slot, play until we hit a jackpot, because you'd eventually hit a jackpot.
With a 20. You're gonna
with the 20 playing nickels. And then cash out at say $32, so you made $12. There's your food for the day. And that was back when in Vegas you can live off. There was a book out, I remember, in the late 90s that was How to Live in Vegas off $6 a day.
Yeah. Like it was
because everywhere had deals. Beer was a buck a bottle. except for Corona, which was $1.25.
That's so crazy.
I know where we were bowling, they had a deal, a Coors Light and a hot dog for $1.25.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, all day long.
Be there. That'd be a stop almost every day.
They had where we were staying, which no longer exists, but we would hit the jackpot, cash out, and it was, I want to say, $3.50 for a £1.50 burger.
How much?
$3.50.
$3.50 for a half-pound burger.
Yep. And then it was the size of a pancake.
Did that include a side?
Well, no. So then, you could get fries for $1 more. So what you do is you would get with somebody else, and you're only eating a quarter of the thing at a time. So you had another. So you get half of it, they get half of it. You split the fries. You eat a quarter of it, and then later in the day, there's a next meal.
Yeah, right.
So huge.
I'm like that with most, unless it's like a little tiny like McDonald's cheeseburger, But I have such a small. I think I swear my stomach is the size of a walnut. So I'll get 3 bites into whatever I'm eating, and I'm like, oh man, oh Jesus. But I drink a lot of beer and soda, so it's like I fill up on other crap like way before I start eating. But, I used to like food a lot more. Now it's more like a pain in the ass to me. Like I hate that sleep and eating are necessities for survival.
Isn't it stupid?
It should be optional. Like, I would enjoy it so much more if it was just because.
Yeah, I agree. I hate that I have to sleep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of sleep.
I also hate the new studies that's come out that said if you sleep less than 7 hours a night, your longevity is drastically reduced.
Oh, right. Ugh. I've seen other ones lately, and it's just those clickbait Facebook kind of ads that come up like people that get less sleep are more intelligent, blah, blah, blah. No, that's...
I was listening to a podcast with a sleep expert, so he came with studies. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, how can a person working a 9-to-5 job who only gets 6 hours of sleep a night
go do that?
Right. I don't know. No one gets 8 hours sleep.
There's too much I could be doing. Like, even while I'm sleeping, I'll be in deep sleep knowing, like, man, if I wasn't sleeping right now, what would I be? I'd be mixing music, or most likely playing a friggin' video game till my eyes bleed.
Yeah, what are you playing?
Actually, it's kind of stupid, but I got into the Mad Max game the last few days. The PlayStation Network put it up for free for members, and I downloaded it and I touched it. It's like, okay, it's kind of like a poor man's Grand Theft Auto in the desert, but I'm like, okay,
yeah.
And then I put it away for a while, and then I recently just got back into it. But then I felt like an idiot. I've been playing it for hours, like the last 3 days, and it's been like practically 100-degree weather, and here I am playing this game about this guy out in the middle of the friggin' desert, and, like, searching for water, and like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
like, this is not helping me relax.
No, I have that game, and I started it.
Yeah,
I couldn't get into it. I should try again.
The controls were kind of a little squirrely and stuff, but once I started like doing a few more missions and upgrading your car, upgrading your car is like the funnest part of the whole game. It's just collecting parts for your car to make it all badass and spikes all over it, and you'll get dudes.
It moved well. Like, the controls were good, and it looked nice.
The driving is especially okay. But like on foot, it's kind of squirrely. Like, if you go up to like press there's a separate button. They put the jump button on. I don't know how familiar you are with PlayStation controllers, but like L2 is your jump. Weird. It's your bottom like left finger is the jump button, where normally it would be like an.
Can
X
you remap it?
You probably can. I haven't bothered because now I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Like I just went with it, but it's a little squirrely, but like, they definitely put like a lot of the effort more into the
jump. Should always be A button or whatever the bottom one.
Yeah, it should be the bottom button. It should always be. It shouldn't be a shoulder button at all. But if you need to climb up something in the game, you hold down X, or you hold down the bottom button if you're next to something that's climbable.
What? Okay.
But if you need to just regularly jump, it's one of the shoulder buttons.
I don't like that.
And it's stupid because there's nothing in the world that you need to really jump over. There's shit you need to climb up.
Maybe that's why they did it. It's just for people who like to jump.
Yeah.
Because I I'll play video games and I'll just jump for no reason.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, you ever play World of Warcraft?
I never once played World of Warcraft.
I used to play it a lot. I might get in. They're dropping a new expansion. I might get into it again.
Nice.
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know.
I
got some friends but
I would have.
But I'm one of those guys that would just jump. Whenever I'm running, I'm just jumping.
Right.
Just because I don't know.
Because you can.
Yeah.
Playing games, you like to keep your fingers busy and have something to watch rather than just watching your dude's ass for 20 minutes.
I used to date a girl and she played WoW with me. But there'd be some times where if I'm like just kind of chatting and do nothing, I would just run in circles. Mm-hmm. And she didn't like that because it would, give her vertigo or whatever. If she looked over, I just like, stop spinning. You're making me dizzy.
Oh, that's a third person game too. Like that's not even first person.
It can be. It can be
both.
both.
You can switch to first person in that? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have so many friends that had gotten way into WoW, and I never gave it shit. I never poo-pooed it or anything, but the only reason I never really played it is because I've never really had a PC that would keep up with it, and it just seemed like, do I really want to spend hundreds of dollars so I can have this thing that will play it? And once I do play it, I need to pay to still play it. And it's like, it's like having a car.
Someone sold me on the subscription, or actually before WoW was even up, but he was playing EverQuest, and I was like, man, I can't buy a game and just pay a subscription to pay a game that I already paid for. He's like,
you already paid for it.
But he's like, yeah, but you got to understand that they're constantly coming out with new content for free. They're constantly upgrading it. They're constantly adding this, that for free.
Right.
So
I get that.
So from, month to month, it might not, they're adding to the game. So when you get done with the game, there's going to be more.
Right.
So you pay subscription instead of buying, the next game or whatever.
Right. Before they come out with a part 2, like years later. That's one of the biggest things I like about. I recently got back into Grand Theft Auto 5's online community, playing that online, and almost every like 2 weeks there's new free content. Like, hey, here's nightclubs you can buy and manage, and here's like 50 other vehicles you can have. And
I thought about downloading that again.
Yeah, I got back
because I have it, and I saw the nightclub one, and that looks fun. But like, I never got a squad together, so I could never do heists, and I don't like playing with strangers.
I don't mind doing the heists with strangers, but if I'm outside of, like, if you own companies or businesses like selling meth, selling weed, counterfeit bills, or the nightclub, it's like if you want to do missions to make them bigger, you have to have a crew, and it's like that's a pick up and play game for a while for me. I can't sit there for 8 hours and play Grand Theft Auto with a crew of people.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't. I can't do it. I get bored too quickly.
I'm gonna try to put people together for Red Dead.
Yeah,
Red Dead 2.
I'm so excited. Grand Theft Horse.
Yeah,
I
didn't play the first one, but so many people talked about it, and I like Grand Theft Auto, so why not?
Well, that's Rockstar.
Yeah.
And that first one was. Yeah, that first one was incredible, and it was. I remember finishing the story mode. I was like, okay, that was really, really good and epic and everything, and then I got into the online community of that, and again, like Grand Theft Auto, they would just keep putting new stuff out for free every week, and it's like, hey, get on this river raft and like shoot people as you're trying to make from point A to point B, and it was a lot of fun, but it really gained steam when the whole Undead DLC came out, where they just turned the entire thing into zombies.
I had that one,
and
but I couldn't get into it. It was like fun. Zombies. Well, I got it much later. This girl I used to date bought it for me for birthday or Christmas or something or whatever. But it was like the game was a few years old by that point.
Right.
It's like, you can't go backwards in graphics.
Right.
Like not when it's close. I mean, you can go back and play Mario.
Oh yeah, easily.
You can go way back in graphics, but you can't really go back in graphics 3 years. It's tough.
It's tough.
Unless it's stylized to be under graphic.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
I'm hoping this new one will eventually have an undead zombie mode. They're gonna have. I would almost guarantee that they will, because it was so popular.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer like death matches where it's like you and 3 other dudes against a whole church full of zombies and like run, and there's not a lot of places to run for cover and those big open plain kind of maps and stuff. So like literally you are running from like 20 zombies all screaming and scuttling at you. And
I'm gonna need to figure out how to shoot on a console again. I haven't played a shooter on console for, I can't remember the last time.
I'm just the opposite with PC. I can't remember the last like time I played a serious game on the PC.
Yeah.
Like, I still have all my old like LucasArts games.
Yeah.
Like I still have my discs for those, and I'll pop those in. I'll pop in like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and break out my flight stick and stuff. But as far as like modern day games on the PC, I can't remember what the last like relevant one was that I played. I think it may have been Jedi Knight.
Yeah,
like, it was the last time I played a game online, or Diablo. But
yeah, I've always had a nice PC. I've always made sure to, like, I didn't get a PS4 until recently, and I had a Xbox 360 on launch. So however long ago, that's the last time I bought a console.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Until,
what are they on now? Xbox One? Is that what the new one's called?
Yeah, it's the third one.
That's the newest one, though.
Yeah, it's Xbox 360, then One. So
that's so weird. Okay, so there's Xbox 360, and then One.
Yep.
That's so backwards
sounding.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what they're...
I don't know. I don't know either. But that was how long ago when the 360 came out?
Oh, God. Like
06? Maybe something like that. Maybe before.
Something like that.
Give or take a few years.
10 years ago.
So that's the last time I bought a console new, and then now I got a PS4 that I bought because someone was getting rid of it.
Oh, gotcha.
So now I have one of those, but
love it.
I wasn't going to buy it.
I love my Sony.
This is the first time I've ever owned a PlayStation.
This is your first Sony console?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I hate the controller. I had the 360. Before that, I had the Xbox, of course. Before that, I had the Dreamcast, which is the same control style.
It's huge. Actually, I think the Dreamcast controller reminds me more of like the Xbox One controllers.
Yes,
where it's just like a loaf of bread with two little things on like.
And the regular Xbox started off big, but they shrank them.
Good, because I hated those controllers.
I liked them. I got big hands, I guess. I don't know.
I got big hands, and that's the problem.
I like the big controllers.
I would hit, like, if I want to hit jump, I'm hitting like 3 buttons at the same time every time I'm trying to hit one specific button. I tried to play Halo with a bunch of buddies who had everything,
Halo was the last time I was good at a shooter.
And I couldn't do it because I would hit jump and fire and jump like several buttons at the same time. I had to stop playing because like my thumbs like... When I hit a button on my controller, I'm using like the bottom part of my thumb instead of like the tip or anything. So I'm like,
I always use that side anyway.
Yeah, and I'm still hitting like 3 or 4 buttons at the same time.
I've always used that one though, even on like old school Nintendo.
Right.
Just always. I never been I don't know. That'd be weird.
Like using the tip of your thumb.
The worst part about the original Xbox was it was a good idea, the white and black buttons, but they started out in a bad spot.
Yeah.
And when they made the next generation of controllers, they fixed that. But man, the first time I played a shooter on that with the double joystick, I was like, oh, they did it right. Yeah. This is it. This is how you do it.
Halo was a lot of fun when it first hit. The only reason I never got an original Xbox, I opted for Sony, mainly because I remember when the PlayStations like first came out, it's like, oh, you can play DVDs on it and stuff like right out of the box. And then we looked over at the Xbox, and you had to buy the controller, like the remote separately, and if you wanted to play DVDs or like CDs on it and stuff. And I was like, well, that's stupid. You should just be able to use your regular controller. And I just didn't like the way Microsoft was like nickel and diming me. And plus they started the whole you bought the machine, you bought the game, now give us money so you can play these games online. They started that whole membership thing, and that just irked me. And
I didn't, and that's why I haven't really gotten a console since. Is like for PlayStation, I bought it, but with my computer, I can just plug it in. I'm already on the internet.
Right.
I can play with whomever. Yeah. I buy my game and I can just play it. Whereas with the PlayStation, I have to buy the PlayStation Network to play online with people.
Now, actually,
some games, I guess. I don't know.
It actually depends on the machine. Like if you're playing games on a PS3, it's not required that you have a PlayStation Network to play any of those games online. But once you get onto PS4 though, you have to have PlayStation Plus subscription in order to.
That bums me out.
And that's the only one of the things I don't like about the PS4 is that you can't. It won't play CDs at all. It won't play music CDs at all, which bums me out.
Really?
Because I still got like my huge wall of music, and they're all mainly CDs. And back in the old PS3 days, I could just whip it on there. I could transfer it to the hard drive of the machine, and you can't do that with PS4 now. In fact, it won't even read the discs. Like it's stupid.
Yeah, I remember on the original Xbox, you could do that. You could rip it on there.
Yeah, and then you could play it in the background of your games.
That background of games. Or what was really cool is we used to play the shit out of the WWF games, and you could set your own entrance music,
right, to whatever what was on your hard drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see, that's so cool.
And of course, I did. I had a wrestler. I remember this very specifically. I had a wrestler, and he would come out to "I Hate Jimmy Page."
Oh yeah,
and then he would run out and slide all the way through the ring and fall to the other side.
That was the first MSI song I ever heard, and I hated it. This is how. I know we're switching gears here. I'm going to talk about MSI for a second, but the first time I ever heard MSI, I was working graveyard shift at the Roxy. It was a Sunday night. We were getting ready to close at like 3 a.m. And we had some scraggler people trying to come in and get stuff. And we're all just, all right, here's your coffee, go. We're trying to clean up. And we had this couple waiting in the waiting area for their ride to come pick them up. And they were the last people in the restaurant. And we're all trying to clean and everything. And then all of a sudden, just hear this blaring music, like rattling our windows and the front door of the diner, and and we're all freaking out. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And it's like, and the people in the waiting area are like, oh yeah, that's our buddy, that's our ride. And my first instinct was to run outside and tell him to turn it the hell down. Yeah. And instead, I ran out all pissed off, look in my face. I ran out there and like, hey, who is this? This is cool. This is different. Like, all right, I like this. And then, I think I went and bought like every album of theirs that I could. And
I my first time ever hearing them, I went to a Rammstein concert.
Oh hell yeah!
It was Rammstein and Soulfly, which is
wow.
And opening up for them in 1999.
Right.
This was in the 90s.
Right.
MSI didn't go over well with the crowd.
Yeah, they're definitely a love-hate band.
But people are there to see Soulfly, which is, I think like half a Sepultura.
Right.
And Rammstein, and MSI comes out.
Did he have his little pink butterfly wings on and like the whole
he had pink underwear and pink shirt. But what's really cool, so everyone's like, and I'm sitting back there like, I like this a lot.
Yeah,
and he did the thing where he went out to the crowd. He's like, all right, you guys got to get organized. When I say we, you say suck. He did that bit.
Oh, okay.
Live.
Right.
Yeah. 99, they had their original, or I don't know, the first bassist.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember.
Stephanie or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so this was before Lindsay, and then probably the guy I went to that concert with probably 3-4 weeks later is like, check these CDs out. I was like, oh, this is my new favorite band.
Yeah,
yeah. See, and their newer stuff, I know that's so cliche to say, but their newer stuff, I'm not as big a fan of. I still like it.
It's poppier,
but Tight and Frankenstein Girls.
Oh yeah,
that's my shit.
Frankenstein Girls
to this day
was ultimately the shit. I did like the last album that he put out.
Yeah,
that they put out, I should say. How I Learned to Stop Giving a Shit and Love MSI. Like, I really enjoy it. We went and saw that tour.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's, as far as music goes, if I was ever inspired to like, okay, I'm going to go be a rock star, I'm going to put music out there and whatnot. He's doing exactly what I would want to be doing. I'd be sitting at home mixing all this crap on my own stuff and then giving it to my friends and say, hey, play this when we go out live.
Yeah.
Learn how to do this live. And even when you go see him live, you can still hear the mix going on in the background.
Yes.
And they're just following along with
the
it.
track.
That's fine. I don't care.
The drummer's barely drumming.
Yeah, barely.
But last time I saw him was probably 4 years ago. I think I've seen him 4 times now.
Yeah, like I've seen like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's the only I don't go see bands anymore. I'm just
no.
I saw so many over probably a 6-year stretch when I was younger.
It's
that
exhausting.
Yes, it really is.
It's exhausting.
However, there's 2 bands that I will see anytime they come to town: MSI, and I hear about and Rasputina.
Oh yeah, Rasputina's got a hell of a following, especially in Portland too.
They're so good.
They're huge.
Dude, one day I saw one of their former members, Zoe, just at the post office in Portland. I don't know if she lives here. I was driving down the street, and I was like, I know exactly who that is.
Right? What are you doing here? It's
yeah, all right.
Like seeing Les Claypool at Safeway.
Yeah.
Or something like.
Yeah, but if you told me that the former member of Rasputin lived in Portland, I'd be like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, that would totally make sense to me. Like
dreadlocks and shit.
Like, oh yeah, okay, right up there. Like if you told me Voltaire, like it's kind of the same.
There is another band though that is now added to that list.
Golden Bordello.
No, it's a completely different style of music. They're called the Native Howl.
The Native Howl.
Howl.
Oh, okay. Native Howl.
Okay,
right.
So I kind of stumbled onto them when the wife likes bluegrassy kind of stuff. And the name of their album is Thrashgrass.
Thrashgrass.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, it's these guys from Detroit that play kind of a bluegrassy thrash. Like it's all up tempo and just fucking.
That sounds cool.
It was really cool. And apparently this was, so I went and saw him at the White Eagle Saloon.
Oh, yeah.
There was probably 40 people there. And they played like they were playing the Coliseum.
The White Eagle, isn't that like supposed to be the
oldest,
the haunted? It's supposed to be the haunted place in downtown.
Yes, podcast that used to be on this network did a show on them one time. It was one of the Northwest Mysteries, and we were we were gonna go down there and maybe try to stay a night. They wouldn't let me bring a Ouija board.
What?
I know.
Who wouldn't let you?
Emily, she'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So I'm saying we brought
Emily,
one. We stayed the night and we brought one. We didn't end up using it because
I mean it was made by Hasbro. Who cares?
Right.
But that's the same place. And so what was really neat is turns out a buddy of mine, Eli Sears,
Eli Sears, yeah.
Okay, you know Eli.
Yeah.
They crashed at his place that night. The band
gotcha.
did. This was their first time to Portland. He'd been in contact with them because he saw them and wrote them. He's like, and Eli can fucking shred. So he like learned some of their songs and
nice.
Yeah, and he was like, he told him, he's like, hey, fucking after the show, you guys can crash at my place. I'll feed you. He's like, because I know what it's like being on a tour and it sucks.
Right.
Just crashing at some hotel, never have any money for food. He's like, he cooked him a big old, meal.
That's how you do it as a true fan. That's how you do it.
Yeah. And so, I mean, we talked to the guy for a second, the lead singer, and anytime they come in town, we're going to try to see him.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good. If you ever get a chance to see it, what is their Thunder Horse? No, that's Death Clock. It's something like that.
But I'm with you there. There's a very finite number of bands I will go out to actually see if they come anywhere near town. I'll see Devo at the drop of a hat.
Sure.
I'll see Primus. I'll see MSI.
I would like to see Primus, but I've missed them the past couple times. I've seen them like 3 times.
Yeah, I've seen them it's been a while. It's been we practically followed them in the 90s.
Yeah.
But
I had them played multiple albums this weekend.
Nice.
In my car. It's one of the bands I still listen to.
I feel like, do you ever have a band or something that you're proud of that you like it? I don't really fit the genre, but I really like this, and maybe I'm expanding my horizons, or maybe I don't know, maybe I'm a little more rednecky than I thought or something. I don't know what it was, but it's like I'm proud to be a Primus fan. I'm proud of, and because again, like MSI, same with Primus, nobody thinks either of those bands are okay.
Yeah,
you either love them or you can't
exactly.
friggin' stand them.
Right,
and I get why
they don't have casual fans.
Yeah. And I get why people would hate MSI. Yeah. I can totally understand how they would annoy the hell out of it.
Really frenetic.
But Primus is like, come on, who doesn't like a good lead bass line and an excellent percussion going on?
I've never had someone say, "Oh, turn this off."
Right. Right.
At worst, it's like, okay, it's groovy.
And it's usually about, like, if I talk to someone who doesn't like Primus, it's usually because they don't like Les's voice.
That's fair.
And that's fair. Yeah, totally. It's very nasally and kind of. He's not really a singer. I mean,
no.
He's not.
No. I once tried to start a Primus cover band.
That'd be awesome.
I tried, and I couldn't find a drummer.
Right. Brain. Gotta have a brain.
Yeah. I'm a herb guy.
Oh, dude. They were just
in that generation. Incredible. I mean, there was 3 drummers that were the best drummers.
Yeah.
As far as mainstream music, I'm sure there's studio guys that were ridiculous, but sure. There was Tim, Herb, the ginseng drummer.
Right.
Danny Carey from Tool.
Oh,
that's
right.
Yeah, and then the drummer for Dave Matthews Band. All those guys were ridiculous.
Man, I had the chance to see Tool once, and it was a Lollapalooza 93.
Whoa.
It was either go see Timothy Leary talk in this tent about acid, or go see Tool on the second stage.
And at that time, Timothy Leary was, a pop icon god.
The LSD guru.
Yeah. And Tool no one had really heard of.
And this was 93, so me and my friends we were all set up for Timothy Leary. We were prepared, to go see him. And I wanted to go see Timothy Leary, but all my friends were like, no, dude, Tool's playing. So like, you got to go see Tool. And we went over to the second stage, and he was like on the stage in a fetal position with his back to the audience the entire show.
Really?
Just down on the ground, hunched over.
He probably got some of that acid.
And like wasn't facing the audience the entire time. We sat there for maybe 2 songs. We were like, no, let's go see Timothy Leary.
Yeah.
Let's go shake that dude's hand before he's gone. And he was exactly what you would expect Timothy Leary to be like. Yes, it's very nice to meet you too.
Yeah, just super hippie,
having a good time here. And I got to go up and introduce the Arrested Development or whatever they're called.
Tennessee.
But he was cool.
Dude, cool. I had Arrested Development in my head the other day. We had some neighbors. I challenge you to a game of horseshoes. A game of horseshoes.
Horseshoes.
No, our neighbors just moved to Tennessee. I was like, oh, where are you moving to? Tennessee. Instantly. Tennessee. And of course, that turned into Mr. Wendell.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Wendell.
They were pretty. God, they sounded great. I remember they sounded great live. Out of everybody that played there at that particular year, the lineup is still a little hazy, but I do remember the only band that sounded like absolute shit was Dinosaur Jr.
Ugh.
And that wasn't not a shocker. But I was frying balls in a porta potty and couldn't get out because all I could hear was the feedback from them, and that was a
I know one
that
song
was a
by
scary
Dinosaur
situation.
Jr.
I couldn't name one to save my life.
I just had it in my head. Fuck. It's in the video. They're playing golf from rooftop to rooftop.
I think I seem to remember that video. But there were so many weird, at that time, there was...
Did you see the Breeders?
No.
Fuck, love the Breeders.
That would have been cool.
Love the Breeders.
That would have been cool. And then Rage Against the Machine came out and did their thing.
Yeah.
And they were amazing live.
Did Maynard get up on stage with them?
I don't remember.
Because he's on one of their tracks on the first album.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because there was they did their 2 big popular songs at the time, and again I was so high, so and it was so hot, and it was so crowded. This was at Delta Park in Portland. They just filled the whole Portland Meadows thing, and
I saw some rock fests there. That's where I saw Slayer once there.
Oh,
Primus,
nice.
Slayer and Primus in the same day.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Slipknot. Which was surprisingly impressive. I wasn't expecting much of him, but it was amazing. Just all that going on stage at one time. 9 people.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like the Revolting Cocks. It's a menagerie of people on stage, and they're all switching. He's singing now. He's singing now. He's playing drums now. He's they would just switch in between.
I don't think I've ever heard a Revolting Cocks song.
Beers, Steers, and Queers was a big one for them back in the late 80s goth club kind of stuff. That's the only song I could say was a big hit of theirs. But they're like an they're like a cornucopia of like a bunch of people from like Ministry and some other industrial bands, but they're like I don't know.
Ministry is one I've never seen live that I think would be a hoot.
Yes.
Maybe a hoot 15 years ago.
15 years ago, they would have been great before like all their albums. Their last like 5-6 albums are all very anti. Fuck the president. This president sucks. I mean, back when Bush was president, up until now, like their last every single one of their albums is just
they're pretty spot on. Fuck all the presidents,
right? But like they didn't used to be like hardcore political. They used to be just about creepy shit, but to an industrial.
Or if their political was like abstract, like New World Order was very abstract political. It was like, I see where this is going.
It's like I think Ministry's last album is called Americans, but cans is spelled with KKKANS. KKKANS, like Americans, and it's like, oh, dude, like,
okay.
And the last time I saw them in concert,
white guys,
I was bored off my ass. The last time I saw them in concert.
You want to hear about bored off your ass? I actually, okay, this is gonna sound. I'm gonna put it to you in the most shocking way ever.
Okay.
Me and a buddy walked out during David Bowie.
Was this when he was touring with 9 Inch Nails?
Yep, the very first concert
at
ever
the Motor Center.
Yep, at the very
I was
first.
there.
Yeah,
I was there.
I fell asleep. So after 9 Inch Nails, fucking rocked the house down.
Oh yeah.
David Bowie it wasn't a good matchup. He was just too slow and
it was different.
boring.
Yeah, it was very different.
Yeah,
and I didn't like his album that he had out at the time. It's
the one with like a little Wonder.
I don't know. It's very, very cyber geeky. A little too much for my taste. Like,
yeah,
I love cyber geek kind of stuff, but
I like David Bowie as a pop icon, but his music isn't always my favorite.
I could count on one hand probably.
Yeah,
my Bowie songs that I don't mind hearing.
Sure. But what he did do is he did lay some groundwork for some future musicians for sure.
Definitely. Well, there's he's one of those artists that like I appreciate the man more than the art. Like,
yeah. And Labyrinth is one of my favorite movies of all time. So
I loved everything he did for Cool World. He's got a great track on Cool World. In fact, he has the title track for Cool World. But he did a video game a while. He did some music and voice work for a video game called Omicron. I think in fact, I think it was released on the Sega Dreamcast.
Really?
Omicron. It was kind of supposed to be a cyberpunky kind of thing, but I remember there were specific cutscenes where you would walk into a big amphitheater kind of room and Bowie's little digital character would be in the middle of it. And then it'd be a 4-minute cutscene, which is basically just a video to whatever song he did for the game. And
okay.
And it's like, okay, that's kind of cool.
That's cool if you can skip it.
If you right. And I don't think at the time you could.
No. Dude, that was a problem with Final Fantasy X. It was all cutscene.
Cutscenes on that thing are just, they last
I remember
forever, too.
We would... a friend of mine had it. He bought it brand new, and there's like 4 or 5 of us that would just kind of hang out, and he would play, and we'd watch it because it was like watching a movie. And I remember this one time there was a cutscene. He got it through the cutscene. He walked down this path, like basically a hallway, but it was outside. Right. And you get to the end of the path, and another fucking cutscene.
Right.
It was that quick.
And
I was
then
like, why did you even walk? Oh.
And then you have to keep walking down the path when the cutscene ends. You were only halfway through it. I think I know exactly what part of that game you're talking about. I've when it first came out, I played through it and finished it.
Really?
And then it was years later that I was like, oh, yeah, Final Fantasy X. I dug that one. And then
Underwater Soccer was pretty cool.
Yeah, Blitzball. I got really into Blitzball.
But Final Fantasy 12, man, I think that's the pinnacle. I think that's the best one they ever made.
Me and my son are replaying that right now.
Oh,
and we've got like 3 versions of the guidebook at home, like the actual strategy guide. We have a bit.
Well, there's
that's a huge game, and I think that's the first time that Final Fantasy went all open world. Well, not counting 11, which was online.
I think that's why I liked it, because it felt like a single player MMO. It was open world. I like sandboxy stuff.
Yeah, I do
like
too.
Fallout, man. I've been playing Fallout 4. I was I finished the game, Fallout 4. And then I think recently I bought one of the expansions finally. Like it was on sale. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not into
out there for that.
I'm not into expansions. Yeah, 3 of them I think.
Yeah.
And I played it and that was fun. Then I put it away for a while. A few months later, there's this gal on Facebook was talking about Fallout 4, screenshot this, that, the other. I'm like, and at the same time, There you go. I noticed that one of the other expansions was on sale. I'm like, all right, I'll play it again, and I just been sucked back in.
Right.
And now I got the last expansion, the Nuka World.
Oh, nice.
And I'm in the middle of that. What a good fucking game. A lot of people online shit on it.
They've on 4?
Yeah, it's because of the dialogue. Because you don't have all the options like in 3 and New Vegas, which I haven't beat New Vegas. I should go back and beat it.
Vegas was all right. It was okay.
I had it on the Xbox, and somebody gave me their disc. And when I actually went into Vegas, something wrong with the disc, and it would reset every time.
Oh, that
so
sucks.
I just quit. So I should get back into it, and I bought it for my PC. So I have it.
Right.
I just haven't went back and played it.
I remember getting Vegas and getting like halfway through it before I realized, okay, this is Fallout 3 with some prettier signs up.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
to signify that it's Vegas. But other than that, there really wasn't that much of a
the problem with 3, I think. And 3 was the first Fallout I ever played.
Me too. That's where I started.
It was short. When I got done with it, I'm like, oh, I want to play more. And I didn't do a lot of side quest stuff as a problem.
Right.
But it was real good. It was on the Oblivion engine.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so was New Vegas, which I was kind of bummed that like they didn't come out with so they had Fallout 4, which is on the Skyrim engine, and come out with another game on that engine.
One thing
you got the engine,
right?
Just
You've got it right there. Just expand on it. I think the best thing I liked about 4 was there was a lot more vertical buildings that you could go into. Like you could go up stories and stuff. And then they try to introduce the whole like building your own camp and setting your own stuff up. And I
never got too crazy with it, but I like it.
I didn't either. I thought it was a cool addition, but it didn't seem like it made any real difference to like the end game of it. Like it seemed more for fun. I mean, there was some stuff you had to build just to get that story mission out of the way and gain the trust of whatever dude told you to do it.
I'll show you a few of my settlements when we're done with this. But I like, for what it did for me, is I was able to build up, put turrets in strategic spots by building over there, and also a place to put beds.
Right.
Because that's always an issue.
Did you ever get into or try No Man's Sky at all? Did you ever give that a shot?
No.
You say no as if I know what you're talking about and I refuse.
No, I said it was going to be trash before that.
Right.
And the biggest reason why I thought it was going to be trash is, and I'm probably wrong, but I always thought like, okay, so you get there, you get to name everything. That's cool. But you're going to cross paths with a lot of people, and you're going to find so many dick butt creatures out there.
Right.
That are just called like penis dick. Or whatever, you know.
The butt bird.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, well, okay. If you are the first player to it, you'll probably name a lot of stuff. But if you join or you can't play as much, you're probably not going to. And I may be wrong, but that was just my thoughts on it.
No, you're right. Except that it was a little too massive that I never once came across before the current expansions. I never once came across a world that had already been discovered or named by someone else.
So it was too big.
Yeah, it was a little too big. And
I was also under the impression that everyone would kind of start in the same place and then they can go out from there. And which I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, everyone starts off in a totally scattered different area.
And that kind of sucks if you want to play with your buddies.
Well, now you can play with buddies. They just had an expansion come out like maybe 2 weeks ago, called the Next Expansion, that actually adds multiplayer and like base building and all sorts of other stuff.
That's cool. Then they listen to the community and fix some stuff.
So they're trying to keep up with their promise. And I got into it. I played it for a little while. This new expansion, like, oh, cool! I can make a new base. I've got like rovers now that I can use on the land instead of just flying around or scooting around on my jetpack. Like you actually have like dune buggies and stuff now that you can build. And it's like, okay, that's kind of fun, but still gets boring fast. Still the same old shit. Like land on a planet, discover it all, name it if you want to, move on. I mean, they try to include like little story based stuff, but it's like Minecraft in space. I don't know.
There's a lot of those. Space Engineers is Minecraft in space for sure.
My kids are mad at me because I won't get into Minecraft. They got into it pretty hard, and I had already played through like all the Little Big Planet games on Sony, which are very level building to extreme detail kind of stuff, and like really cool. As far
I remember
as,
when the first one came out, it was amazing.
yeah, and like you can make your own music, you can record your own audio files for cutscenes, you can direct cutscenes, like, and then they get into Minecraft, and I was like, this feels like 5 steps back. Why are you guys so into this little blocky 8-bit looking?
Yeah, but
they love it, and I've never. To this day, I've never given it a try because I see them play it so often that
it's fun, but it gets old. I bought it on beta when it was like $13, $12, $11, something like that. Yeah, a long time ago. I've since lost my account. Somebody hacked it, and I didn't catch it for over a year.
Oh, sucky.
Because I wasn't playing it.
Right.
Which is fine, because I'm still not playing it.
Right.
But, yeah, there's other games out there like that are free, that are like Creativerse. It's a free game.
Heard about that one.
And it's, it's free for on PC. I don't know if you can get it for
I don't think
anything
it's
else.
console.
But it's like Minecraft, but with smooth edges. Like, it's not as ugly.
Okay.
It looks a lot better, but still, you got blocks and you craft and you can move stuff around. You can build the same. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if I think they multiplayer too.
I don't know. I look at some of the stuff that they build on Minecraft and stuff and say, oh, and like, I'm impressed. Like, wow, someone took the time to build this entire huge thing. It's really cool. Now what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do with it?
Yeah,
look at it.
You put a picture on the internet?
Can you deathmatch around it, or can you blow it up, or like what?
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just didn't seem like there was much of a game behind it, other than just like
it's a survival game. So what was really cool is, for me, here's what I did: is I would take on projects, and now I think a lot of these people and I could be completely wrong. I know some people do it, but they build a lot of these things with scripts or with God mode. So they can fly.
Yeah, I do see a lot of that.
Yeah, I didn't really get into that. What I did is, so you start off with nothing, then you got to build it, and you build your space, and you get some wood. And I just enjoyed creating mines, digging for stuff, moving stuff around, and then flattening stuff. Like, I was making big things, but I would go do this for a little bit.
Right.
I'd have like 5 projects.
Right.
And I go do this for a little bit, and then go do it because I get bored. Right. You can only chop a thing so much to flatten. Like, I would like to flatten mountains because I wanted open space.
Right.
But then, okay, I'm bored of that. I'm gonna go do this thing. You're setting up. So they have spawners, which spawn bad guys. But you can build traps in such a way that you can just basically harvest them.
And just keep them.
That was kind of fun.
Spawning and harvest. Okay.
Yeah, that was that'd be cool. Well, you can't. I'm sure you can now, but you couldn't move them. So you would have to find it, mark it, build your little trap. So what I would do is I would build. So, and they would only spawn when you're near. So what I would do is I'd build my little trap, put a bunch of water in there, so they would basically try to come get me. They would fall down this little waterfall. They couldn't get out. They drowned. They died. Their stuff, and then the water will just flow their stuff to me. So I could go park there and just harvest.
Over.
Yeah, and go do something else.
That's cool.
But little stuff like that here and there was a lot of fun. But again, you're right. After a while, but like any game, after a while, all right, I'm a little bored.
Right. Yeah.
But I would always come back to it and for a little bit.
They're fun. I mean, they're like, especially for just pick up and play, build something or destroy something for a little bit. And that was another thing in the update for No Man's Sky was they added a terrain building weapon in your thing, so you can totally shape the terrain and dig into the ground until you hit water and stuff. And it's kind of fun. But and if I had more time and I cared more about it, I'd probably get back into it again.
Yeah.
But I checked out the update and was like, all right, I can fly around, I can do this. People can join me if they want, or I can join people. I never did. I never tried joining anyone else because I found out later that they can just turn around and blast you and like the whole.
But PvP, if you had friends that play that you wanted to.
I don't know. I don't know one other person on my list that actually plays it.
I don't know anyone who's got the game.
Everyone else is playing Fortnite now, and I can't get into Fortnite.
I can't either.
To be honest, I haven't really given it a decent chance because I don't want to. I don't want to get into it, even if it's great, even if I love it. I don't want it. I just don't have any room in my life for new friends right now.
Yeah.
Like, as far as video games go, like,
I don't want to learn the building part of it.
Right.
Because you got to hot button a whole bunch of shit and be really fast at it to be any good at the game. Apparently, I don't know.
Right.
If it was just running around and shooting people, I don't know. I might get into games here and there, but I don't know.
And other gaming,
but at least it's free though. That's that's the one good.
Yeah. No,
I've played it. I'm not into battle royals.
Right. My kids are all over Overwatch.
Okay.
I used to play that. I bought it thinking, okay, I've
never played it.
4-person shooter. It's cool. I mean, it's fun. It's a squad based shooter, but there's so many characters all with their each individual special powers and crap, and no, it's fun for a while. But they've added so many characters and stuff now that they've gone through all the other older characters and rebuffed them to the point where it's just I tried playing it last week with my daughter, and it's like it's psychotic now. I can't keep up. I can't. It's almost too fast for me. Like it's not a military shooter, which I'm not huge into those either. But
yeah, I used to play those. I used to play those when I was younger. I don't. If I'm gonna sit down and take the time to play some video games, I'm gonna want to do something with a save file.
Right.
I want to build a character. I want a character that I can keep coming back to.
Well, what would you prefer? Like, as far as like military shooters, like Call of Duty, or more like an old school SOCOM kind of thing? Where
Call of Duty, the original one, I played the shit out of.
Yeah, the original.
I don't really like the modern warfare ones. I like a World War II era where things aren't too powerful.
Right. Modern Warfare, actually, compared to the ones they have out now, even Modern Warfare is a lot of fun. But the ones they have now, where people have jump jets and you're like wall riding and like crawling up walls and stuff.
The wall riding's kind of cool, like in Titanfall.
It's cool. I've seen not in Call of Duty. I mean, they could have named that game anything else, and it would have been great.
But Titanfall, for example,
where
you have these big mechs and. Cool. All right, we can do that kind of stuff.
Just the concept of that game before it came out sounded so awesome.
Yeah,
like Mech Warrior, but you can get out of your mech.
Yeah,
like, that's
pretty cool.
Like it's like kind of Pacific
I've never
Rim.
played it, but
Titanfall.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
I never played it either, but I watched a lot of other people play it.
Destiny's the other one.
I tried Destiny. I have the first one with a few expansions for it.
Yeah, and that's just like a first-person MMO kind of, right?
Yeah. And I got bored.
My buddy Mikey was trying to get me to, Mikey. Mm-hmm. Was trying to get me to play it, but he's like, yeah, but you got to buy all these expansions too. And I'm like,
yeah, you have to have them.
I'm out.
Yeah, you have to have them. It's like, hey, we're gonna go do this raid on this planet and stuff. Oh, but you don't have one of the 4 expansions.
Maybe I'll get one. Destiny 3. I guess.
I know. I almost got Destiny 2, but I stopped myself. I was like, you know what? I don't really even enjoy or break out the first one anymore. Like, it's pretty and it's fun.
I like the idea of a MMO. You've got boss fights, but it's a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
I like the idea, but if I got a ground level, cool.
Right.
But I'm not going to try to catch up and buy all the expansions. I'm not going to pay $120 for a game.
Yeah.
Or whatever it would cost for all the expansions.
Yeah, including the $60 that you paid for the game,
right?
And
right.
Plus the membership to even be able to play it online.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still playing Battlefront 2. I know a lot of people will probably give me shit for that because EA is a bastard corporation, and they really screwed the pooch on that game's launch. But they've turned it around quite a bit. And if you're a Star Wars
That's another
nerd,
one where I don't know what they're doing with the numbers because they had Battlefield 4 come out, but then the latest one was
Battlefield
1.
Yeah, and that goes back to like World War II.
Which I played. I played that on beta or something for free.
Yeah.
I sucked at it.
I'm horrible at it. I'm horrible at it. Like,
it wasn't any fun.
I wanted to get it because the graphics looked insane when it came out. I was like, oh, hell yeah, that looks beautiful. Yeah. And I bought it.
I was just so bad at it.
Yeah, and I'm horrible. I can't shoot anybody worth a damn in that game. And people are sniping me left and right. I'm like, how are you getting a beat on me like that quick? And like that
nerds
that
that play all day.
It's like, dude, you got to be, and I'm thinking in my head, they have a mouse hooked up to their console or something. They're not playing this with a controller.
They're playing on a 4K TV, high resolution, so they can see you way before you see them.
And I still have it, and I'll reinstall it every now and then just to remind myself that, like, yeah, it's pretty, but I suck. I really suck at this.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a point to where, I don't know. if I'm just so bad at it, I'm not, why put myself through it?
Right.
That's kind of why I didn't get into Fortnite either, is because I'm just not good at first person shooters anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm like, what used to be?
Yeah,
what
it
happened?
used to be.
Like, I don't know
Dude,
what happened.
I played back in the day, early
Mess you up on
2000s.
Turok or GoldenEye will mess you up, but
Fuck, GoldenEye, that was the shit. Perfect Dark
oh, Perfect Dark
was like the spiritual successor.
Yeah.
to that. It's so fun. No, I was gonna say Medal of Honor Allied Assault.
I remember that one.
I played so much of that.
Did you like that one?
Oh.
That was that was like the most recent one, wasn't it?
No,
That
was like
wasn't one?
2001.
Oh god.
And then they came out with Medal of Honor Spearhead, which was nothing like it. It was cartoony. It was weird. And they went from something that was fairly realistic to cartoony. But then Call of Duty came out, and Call of Duty was a spiritual successor to Allied Assault.
Right. I remember the original Medal of Honors coming out, and it's like I think that was back on the PS1, like
Yeah.
PlayStation 1. They were
I was
showing
playing on
ads for
PC,
it,
but
and
yeah.
it was very like, hey, here's the reenactment of D-Day, and Private Ryan had just came out, so D-Day was still on everyone's minds, and I remember thinking at the time, like, yeah, this is hella fun, this is cool.
Yeah,
And
it was a lot of fun.
you go back and watch the footage now, and I was like, whoa,
Oh, no, it's ugly.
It's horribly ugly.
Yeah. You can't go backwards in graphics. I mean, over 15 years ago.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I played way too much of that game.
ridiculous. I played a lot.
That was
of
before flat screens.
Yeah. Back when you still
I had a
needed
big
your,
old 22-inch CRT.
your RCA cables, break them out, man. No HDMI.
We would, every time I would go to my buddy's house, we would have to reset our network settings manually. I got real good at that. I was using Windows 2000. I got real good at that. Now it's... Well, I had never understood why it was never just... You hook up to the router. The router should tell the computer what the settings are.
Yeah, that's what
That's what they do now.
they're supposed to communicate.
Yeah, that's what they do now. I don't know why that wasn't a thing before.
I don't know. I remember that you had to for the PS2, you had to go out and buy the PlayStation Network adapter, and then you'd have to have the disc to like install the software for it. Which I actually just found my PlayStation Network like install disc in a box like a couple days ago. I was like, holy shit! Like that's right. Back when you needed to install this stuff on it, and yeah, it was crazy. And there was only like maybe 2 games on the market at the time that would even take advantage of it. One of them being SOCOM. Mm-hmm. I mean, the whole Sony headsets came out purely because SOCOM couch dudes.
Yeah, SOCOM. Yeah, I remember that one. You're like a Navy SEAL or something.
But it was very realistic to the point where
you were,
one shot, you're dead.
Yeah, which that's the way I like to play anyway.
I like the idea of it, but if I suck at it, like...
When we used to play GoldenEye, we played one shot, one kill.
Yeah, see, that was fun. I miss the good old GoldenEye days. Even Turok 64 was a hell of a lot of fun.
I never played any Turok.
The first one was fun online. Well, not online, but...
Network.
But networking it with other people was a lot of fun.
Split screen, I guess.
Well, there was just so many... Like, the weapons were so cool. There were weapons that you would shoot that, like, would bore little drills into the heads of your enemies and stuff, and you could watch it happening and stuff. And it was kind of fun.
Did you ever play that new Ark game?
Ark? I've heard a lot about it. I've seen some stuff, but I've never
fairly
played
Turok-y.
Yeah, never played it. Like I got one what was called Zero Horizon or Horizon Dawn or something.
Yes,
like that.
I have that one, and I can't get into it.
It's
so pretty.
It's super pretty.
So pretty.
But there's I don't know, when there's so much to do at the beginning of a game, it's almost a turnoff.
I don't like fighting in it.
No, just the melee
any
kind
of it.
Fighting.
Any of it. I want to be able to. I don't. It seems like the fights last too long.
Yeah.
You know, like I gotta hit. I got these 2 things. I gotta specially get their sweet spot, and then I gotta do this, and then I gotta sneak around. I have no patience.
And you're restricted to like this cyber bow and arrow. That, you got to be so precise with it and stuff.
I just have no patience. I don't want long fights.
Yeah.
I would rather play the game and get the stories and, just kill thing here and there. But it seems like everywhere you go, it's going to take a while because you got to sneak around or this or that.
Shoot all the armor off of them, only if you're using the right weapon. And once the armor's off, you got to chase them down and make sure that they don't run away.
Yeah, it was just too much for me.
It
bogged down. Which is why I don't play games like, what's the one the really hard game? Not Bloodborne.
Oh, Dark Souls?
Dark Souls. Yeah. I don't play any of the games like that. It's too much of a trudge for me.
I played the first one and I got it and I appreciated it, but I was like, okay, but no, I'm not gonna be that dude that's gonna commit to this.
No.
No. I've got other stuff that I can play and have fun.
Yeah.
Without stressing that I'm gonna
I just
lose all my shit.
I like a game that I can pop in and out of.
Yeah, I need to be able to drop in, drop out.
Like I've been playing 2K18 NBA.
Oh, nice.
So, I'll pop in, play a game.
Right,
cool.
right.
And then that's it.
Yeah, just quick drop in, drop out.
What's cool is that, like, and they're not around anymore, but like I use my Xbox controller on my computer. Mm-hmm. For me, it was always, consoles were really good for sports games. And that's what I used them for mostly. And that's why I kept buying them. But like, as soon as you were able to plug that USB Xbox controller into the computer and just use that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to buy it. And that's why I stopped buying consoles too.
Right. So, hey, if I can plug my PlayStation controller into my computer and use whatever emulating software I have on my computer to play all these old N64 games and
for
stuff.
Sure.
Like, I still revisit Mario 64 on there every now and then. But
Mario 64 is pretty good. But Super Mario World was my favorite.
Yeah, Mario
for
World
the Super Nintendo.
Man, my girlfriend's really impressed with that. I just recently rehooked up my old ass computer to our big TV in the living room, and she's like, "What's all this emulator stuff?" I'm like, "Well, now, honey, we have an N64 and a Genesis and a regular Nintendo all on this one TV now, and the PlayStation controller's hooked up to it, and I've remapped all the buttons and stuff." I'm just like, "What? That's okay. That's crazy," and like hardly ever touch it.
Sure.
Hardly ever touch any of them because the PS4 is usually on.
Right. So, and it's so much better.
It's so much better, and like I don't have to pay so much money to upgrade it every
it's tough
time
to go backwards.
But that's the only thing I didn't like about PC gaming was like I'd be playing some fun games, and then like one would come out that I'd really want to play, and I'd get a hold of a copy of it, legally or not, and it's like, oh well, you need the new graphics card that has this and does this and provides like smoke and shit. Like I was like, I'm not paying more just to get this to work. Like
I upgrade probably once every 6 years, which is the same thing I was doing for consoles.
Yeah.
Which is not bad.
No, it's
maybe
not bad.
4 to 6 years. And the thing is I use it for everything else too.
Right.
So I'm gonna, I'm on the internet a lot, way too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. So
that's who we are now. We're past the push button age.
And then now with all this stuff, I do audio engineering on it, and
I love that
video.
Stuff.
So I get more out than video games out of my computer.
I use my computer more now for music editing.
What type of music are you making?
Anything. Actually, currently I've been not really genre specific. I've been making theme songs for friends who do podcasts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm like on my 5th one now. So I do jingles for podcast theme songs, intros, outros, segue music, and just that kind of thing.
What program are you using?
Well, it's kind of to edit it all together on the computer. I use just a basic Audacity.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah,
too.
I love Audacity. But for recording for making the music itself that I'm going to be using, I use my PlayStation Vita, my portable PlayStation. For my audio, for audio recordings, for vocals anyway, I use my iPad. So I have the Vita and the iPad hooked into the computer, and I just mix from there.
Oh, cool.
But I did the theme song for the Emotional Weather Report, for the Rolling Stoner show. I'm doing one I'm working on one for Belinda Carroll right now. She's a real prominent comedian here in town, old friend from junior high school. But she's got a podcast coming out that she wants done. So that's been fun. And
that's cool.
Just doing little segues for him and stuff like that have been fun.
And drops and whatnot.
Yeah. Just been doing that. Like, so that's kind of. But I do my own music too. But it's all very. It's like if your Fisher-Price toy spewed out novelty music. That's kind of what I. What I make. Like,
yeah. Now that I got my soundboard, I'm thinking about maybe because I got a bass and a guitar. Right. I could make beats on the computer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll get back into it.
You could do a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
Just into this recorder. I need to get some sort of pedal or a preamp that I can set different sounds like distortion or whatnot. Right.
I just miss the genre of the novelty song. I miss that. I grew up with Looney Tunes records and just
I had
like
this
Ray Stevens.
I had this Disney disco album.
Disco Duck.
Disco Duck was on it.
Yeah. But like old songs like Shaving Cream and anything by Tom Lehrer or Ray Stevens or Steve Martin, his King Tut single that he did. Like I miss those. My sister used to play a lot of those kind of records. The old Dave Seville Chipmunks stuff back before they were a cartoon or anything like that. Like, and when I miss novelty songs,
sure.
Like, and I'm trying to reintroduce it into the world again, but with a little more of a modern sound. I don't know.
No, that's cool. I like it.
Very small audience.
You can find a few of them out there.
The right people will find it, and that's what I'm currently on SoundCloud under. It's called Chris Shattuck and the Claude Rains Orchestra. So, and I get people asking, "What's the Claude Rains Orchestra?" And I have to explain who Claude Rains is and the fact that there's no one actually there. It's just me and my computer. But like I sing song, like one of my songs is simply just called "Shit on My Face."
Yeah.
And you can't tell if it's a request or an observation.
At some point, you should. At some point, you should switch bands from the Claude Rains Orchestra to the Kevin Bacon Orchestra and see if anyone will get it.
If anyone would pick it up, right? But yeah, I know the audience is out there, and the right people will find it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
SoundCloud's pretty good for that.
I'm not. It's more for me. It's all selfishly just because I like listening to my own stupid shit. Like, I don't care if anyone else likes it or not, but the right people will find it.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a lot of fun. Just creating is fun.
I remember I tried to do shit. I think the last night that I hosted at Rocky, I think I tried to do it and tried to get the audience to sing along with it because it's the only lyric in the entire song is "Shit on My Face," and I was expecting like this Rocky audience to be like, oh, they'll dig that. They'll have fun singing along with that. They already know the words, like, and it's the melody's simple, and it did not go. It was like, I think it was a 90% virgin crowd anyway, so they didn't know what to think. So
it's a tough one. It's tough to get anything like that going with, whether it's Shit on My Face or anything, with that many new folk.
Right, unless it was just like unless you're doing a lip sync of something that they're already familiar with.
Sure.
But that was a good place to try out stuff. Like, as an MC, it was fun it was a fun place to just try out new things. But I miss novelty songs, man. They need to come back. Like, I miss.
Is there anything out there now?
I mean, Weird Al is about like his most prominent, and he's not even novelty. I mean,
not anymore.
No,
that's what he started out with,
right?
For sure.
Straight up professional parody at this point.
Yeah, he always had the parodies, but his originals were straight off novelty shit.
Yeah, definitely. I know he's a huge fan of all those old school.
I do like his medley still, though.
Hello, Mata. Hello, Father. Here I am.
Who was that?
Camp Granada. I can't remember his name. He was a larger dude. Died very sad. But he did that song, became a huge hit. And then he tried to get into like making serious music. Once the people knew who he was, he tried, and it failed. And he ended up like, I think he like either killed himself or just died.
No good.
Just died sad and alone.
The entertainment business ruins people.
Right. It just didn't have the lasting strength as something like Surfin' Bird.
Surfin' Bird.
Surfin' Bird. It's like still like one of the best novelty songs out there.
I am so glad that Family Guy kind of brought it back.
I was so glad you were going to go Family Guy. That episode, I mean, that whole 5 minutes of him going off on that song.
It's like they shoved it down your throat so hard that it was like funny. Then it's like, I don't know if this is funny. Then it turned the corner and got funny again.
It got hysterical. And that's me. That's me. If I find a funny song that I latch onto, I will play the hell out of it, and I will make sure every person in my life hears it at least 2 or 3 times.
I'm really bad at that at YouTube. I'll find something and I will show everyone.
Oh yeah,
like Pillow Talk by Lil Dicky.
Pillow Talk.
Have you seen that one?
No, I'm not sure.
Oh
Little
my god!
Dicky?
I will play it for you as soon as we're done out here.
Okay,
it's a 10-minute video and it's fucking worth it.
Okay.
It is amazing. There are featuring Brain. His brain.
Oh, okay.
Come out and
Would
rap.
Yeah. That's awesome.
John C. Reilly's in the video.
Oh, okay. I'm familiar with him.
Dude, he's got the best line in music history.
John C. Reilly?
Oh, yeah. You have to make both Boogie and Talladega Nights. Because they were talking, it was the one where Will Ferrell was talking about how you can't win an Oscar if you do comedy. Yep. And John C. Reilly's like, you have to make both Boogie and Talladega Nights.
You know, I never saw Talladega Nights. That's the only Will Ferrell. That's the only Will Ferrell movie I think I skipped over.
With the one with Sacha Baron Cohen in it? You skipped that one?
Sacha Baron Cohen's in that one?
He was the main antagonist.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. He played a French guy, Ricky Bobby.
Oh, I could see him doing that easily. Yeah. No, I love
it. Was amazing.
I love him. I like his work.
Leslie Bibb's in it.
I have not. I've only seen clips on
Gary Cole
on YouTube of his new show on Showtime. The Who Is America?
Yeah,
I've seen the only clips of it I've seen have been off of YouTube or Facebook suggested to me. But
he got him.
Yeah, right.
He got him.
I've always liked his work, and he's done.
So Ollie G in the House. In the House is one of the funniest movies ever. It's his best movie.
Right.
I didn't like Borat or Bruno.
I didn't. Well, Bruno kind of bored me. Borat was cute, but it wasn't the sensation that everyone.
It got old quick for me.
Yeah, it's just not.
And I guess part of the problem is I used to watch the Ollie G show.
Right.
So I already knew the characters. I knew what was going to happen. It's like, all right, this is good in a clip here and there once a show.
Right, but for a
full
length film,
too much for me.
Did you see his the one where he's the dictator or something like that?
Yes, that was really good.
I really dug that one. I liked that more than Borat. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, exactly. His movies. I didn't see the one where he's the idiot brother of an assassin.
Oh, I missed that one too.
But I want to. I heard it got really bad reviews, but I don't care.
Because it wasn't a Sacha Baron Cohen movie.
Oh, wasn't?
It just featured him as a.
But Ollie G in the House and The Dictator were both movies with plots. They weren't these gotcha shows.
Yeah.
Borat
was cute. I mean, it was cute, but it was already a sensation before I finally got a chance to watch it. And
yeah,
it was all right.
I'd seen the character,
funny.
And for me, it's always been how do you fall for this for reals?
Right.
How do you really fall for this?
But seeing all these people fall for
especially
his new show,
especially with Borat, the character had already been out for a while on the Ollie G show.
Right.
Dude, one of the best things ever. If you go YouTube the clip, Ollie G with Posh and Bex.
Posh and Bex?
Yeah, they were doing some sort of fundraiser, but he interviews Posh Spice and David Beckham.
You said Posh, and that's instantly what I thought.
It was Posh
Spice.
and Oh, yes.
I didn't want to sound old and say, it's Posh Spice? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah. He goes out there with a big leather jacket with the boot of Italy, and it says Free Africa.
I think one of my favorite things I ever saw him do was, I think it was the Oscars. I think it was the Oscars. It was some movie awards, but and of course, fucking Ryan Seacrest is out there hosting the whole thing on the red carpet outside, and Sacha Baron Cohen and his dictator, full dictator garb, shows up, and he's got two military style gorgeous female escorts, and he's got an urn in his hand. It's supposed to contain the ashes of Che Guevara or something. I don't know. But he gets up to Seacrest, and Seacrest is asking him a couple questions, and he pretends to trip on his robe and tips
dumped all the ashes on Seacrest.
Tips the ashes all over Seacrest,
and he is so pissed.
And just the look on his face and everything, and that I don't know. I loved that.
It's hilarious. I can't believe Seacrest got so pissed. I mean, come on, dude.
Right, and he knew it's Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah. He's gonna fuck with you somehow.
Yeah.
So to feign I
was really bummed when he did not play Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, see, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
I liked him in Sweeney Todd. He had a great role, and
he can sing.
Dude
and
can sing.
He can sing for sure, and I would like to see him here and there in serious roles. I still want him to see him do comedy because he's fucking a genius. But I want to see him do serious stuff too.
I have not seen. I guess he was the villain in the second Alice in Wonderland movie that Burton did.
Yes,
I never saw that one.
I saw that.
I saw the first one, and
they were both all right.
The first one was okay. I hate it. I can't stand what they did to Mad Hatter. Even at the time, liking Johnny Depp as much as I did, I hated the makeup job they did on him.
I don't know why. But I mean, we grew up with the cartoon where he was the old guy, the old goofy guy.
And like, why is his eyelashes orange?
I don't know.
I did not like his makeup at all, and it bugged me. And by the time it gets to the end of the film, he does his goofy ass, really horribly CGI dance. I was like,
I like the old, goofy Mr. Magoo style daffy old man Mad Hatter.
Well, I had always hoped
trade places.
Right. I was always hoping that Burton would get his hands on Alice in Wonderland, but I wanted to see a dark, fucked up Tim Burton version, really,
sure,
and
like what he did with Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I
liked it.
I liked it for
sure.
I liked both versions.
The only thing, they were completely different, and they were both awesome.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about Tim Burton's is the Oompa Loompas.
I didn't like that they used Deep Roy for every single Oompa Loompa.
No, just give me a bunch of midgets, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, let's create jobs here.
Right, or at least if you're going to use the same dude and copy him over and over.
That's the part I didn't like, though.
Yeah, that's the part I didn't like either.
I want a bunch of them.
They don't need to be Boba Fett clones.
Exactly.
Just long list of them. I liked the songs. I liked the way they were filmed and stuff.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like the fact that they all looked exactly like.
I like Tim Burton, but I'm not a fanboy. I mean,
I used to be hardcore.
I like
hardcore
most of his stuff, but I didn't think Big Fish was anything. I thought it was garbage.
I was surprised by I was crying like a bitch by the end of that movie.
Yeah. It didn't affect me at all.
I have a big father-son complex kind of stuff. I think that's really where it's.
I thought it was a very pretty movie. That's the only thing I can say about it.
It was one of the less Burton-y films that he had done.
It did nothing for me story-wise.
And like Big Eyes. Did you ever see Big Eyes?
I did not.
Totally. Reminds me a lot of Big Fish in the sense where you wouldn't even know it was a Burton film unless
but it was very pretty.
Happens.
It was very pretty.
Yeah, beautiful movie.
But
a lot of great people.
The other one, and I know a lot of people like it, but Corpse Bride didn't really do much for me either.
Corpse Bride was cool. But they were trying to really cash in on the Nightmare Before Christmas thing,
which you can't beat.
Which that's a Henry Selick film. Yeah. That's not even Burton didn't even direct that. So, but it's his creation. That's his world and stuff. And Corpse Bride was okay. But can you name one song from Corpse Bride?
No. Well, I've only seen it once or twice.
Right,
too,
but nothing stuck.
Because I had no reason to go back to it.
But you see Nightmare Before Christmas in the theater, and you're walking out, the Santa Claus, and here comes Halloween. Like, everything's stuck.
Yeah. And they call him Sandy Claus.
But Corpse Bride...
What's this?
Yeah, every song.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Elfman
did the same thing for Corpse Bride. He wrote all the music, did all the songs, but
wasn't as good.
Nothing stuck. None of it stuck. It's a beautiful movie. It's beautiful. The appreciation of the work that went into it.
And I can't shit on anyone who does like it. It just didn't do anything for me.
Right. I remember coming out of the theater like, yeah, okay, I saw it. I'm glad I saw it. But,
something with the Nightmare Before Christmas too, which by the way, I played that for my kid when she was 4.
Oh yeah,
loved it instantly.
My kids love it.
But the whole soundtrack where they took all the rock bands and did all the songs. It was really good. Yeah. Like I'll put on Pandora here and there, and still Marilyn Manson will come up.
Yeah,
it's great.
His version of was it This Is Halloween?
Yeah,
that's the one he did.
Yeah.
I used to really.
Korn did the one with the kids.
Oh yeah, isn't that the Kidnapped to Santa Claus?
Yeah. I think that's the one Korn did. That was really good.
I gave Korn such shit when they came on the scene. But
I loved them. Loved them instantly.
I could not stand them when they first came on, but once they, I think it was like they did some sort of Scooby-Doo crossover or something.
Yeah, it was for South Park.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, these guys got a good sense of humor. Yeah. All right, like, cool.
They get it. Dude, you want to see, one of my favorite videos of all time is Twisted Transistor by Korn.
Transistor.
If you've never seen it, go watch it right now. and it's amazing because they get a lot of, which were contemporary at the time, rappers to play them.
Right.
So you had Exhibit playing Fieldy, you had Lil Jon playing Jonathan Davis, you had Snoop playing what's the big dude's name?
Big dude's name from Korn?
From Korn, the tall guy.
I couldn't name
the guy who Snoop would play. Monkey. And then David Banner was playing David Beer or whatever his name is, the drummer. But the whole video is great. Jake Busey shows up in it.
Wow.
I'll watch anything with Jake Busey. I'll watch anything with Jake Busey.
Frighteners. The Frighteners.
Frighteners is amazing.
I love the Frighteners.
Got me a score 11.
And he was a creepy villain in that movie.
Dude, Frighteners was such a good movie. So underrated.
Yeah.
So
Peter
underrated.
Jackson, Robert Zemeckis, Danny Elfman doing the score.
Did he? Of course he did.
And Michael J. Fox as your lead. Like,
it was great.
Fucking awesome.
It was before the shit.
It was cool. And the guy from what was it? Reanimator. The dude from Reanimator.
Yeah.
As the FBI agent.
Yeah.
That Fed agent was my favorite part of the whole film.
Yeah.
I thought he was great. The only thing I didn't like about the Frighteners was his two little sidekick ghosts were a little.
I liked them.
They were a little too much.
That was Ted Raimi.
That's not Ted Raimi.
Wasn't it Ted
That's
Raimi?
not Ted
I think
Raimi.
it was Ted Raimi.
No, I don't think so.
I got to look that up.
Playing
now.
the geeky ghost.
Yeah,
you know.
I
don't
maybe
think that's
not.
Ted.
Maybe not. But I think it was. Maybe
I would
not.
like to think it was, but that's not. No, that's not
Okay,
him. He looks a lot like him.
You're probably right. But then Ernest playing the old ghost. No, was it Ernest? No,
No,
it was,
that was Sean Astin or John Astin.
John Astin,
the original Gomez Adams.
Gomez.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I like it when
He was good.
I like it when the light real still like that.
My ectoplasm's all dried up.
That
Don't
movie
tell
was-
the boys.
That movie is so good. PCU. Do you remember PCU?
I still own PCU on
Shut up.
VHS,
Shut
and I
up.
have the soundtrack on CD still.
I fucking love
Dude,
that movie so
I
much.
love that movie too.
Gutter is a tool. John Favreau, before people know who John Favreau
And I
was.
like John Favreau in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I
he
like
comes
him
up,
as an
Hey,
actor.
dude, you got to smoke? Like, no, this is my last one. And he sneaks it from behind his head anyway. And like,
Yeah.
there was a lot of little moments in that movie that were really funny.
You're going to see the Americans wearing that shirt. You're going to wear the shirt of the band that you're going to go see.
Be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
I think that movie really solidified that line.
Don't be that guy?
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
And Jake Busey.
That's what made me proud of Jim. Yeah,
Jake Busey.
Jake Busey.
Hey, far out.
Yeah, he played the fucking super stoner.
Super stoner. Even David Spade was funny in that
David
film.
Spade. Yep.
He was actually really funny in that, playing a little...
I don't remember George Clinton fucking ripping it up.
Oh, George, hit this version of Stomp.
Oh, Stomp.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that soundtrack was so good. There was a lot of good stuff on there. But yeah, still have that.
Fuck, I thought that made me fall in love with George Clinton. Like, I was always like, funk's good, but I don't listen to it. And I listen to that, I'm like, I gotta go download songs now. I gotta go download songs. Oh, Stomp.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And the blonde chick, the love interest chick, I already had a crush on her from a movie called Freaked that Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves had did.
Keanu Reeves in that?
He's uncredited. He's not credited as Keanu Reeves
Right.
because he was involved with a different production, so they gave him this totally fake name. But
Really?
But he's the dog
But I remember
boy.
Alex Winter.
He's the dog boy.
Oh, is
in
he?
Freaked.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
The whole movie, you think he's mutated, but really there's just a plant behind him.
Right, right.
They're having trouble with the...
That is one
Freaked.
of my
I haven't seen
favorite
that.
That's one of my top 5 favorite movies in the world.
Yeah.
It's like no one has come close to making a Zucker Brothers level comedy movie like Airplane and all the other ones that they did. Like people have tried. Mel Brooks has tried since then. Like I'm not to compare the two because Brooks's earlier stuff is
It's great.
genius, but like early Zucker Brothers movies like Airplane and Top Secret. Like,
Okay. Top Secret's so good.
I mean, the people that made like scary movies, like
Not
don't
great.
even come close.
However,
Don't
okay.
even come close.
And here's why. And here's how you make a good spoof movie. You have to have your own story and you toss the gags in. Whereas Scary Movie, the first 3 were trash because it was gag. They were putting gags together to make a movie.
Right.
Instead of making your movie, then tossing the gags in.
Right.
4th movie actually was pretty decent. It was better than the previous 3.
Really?
Yes. It was
Okay.
done by different people.
Okay. Wasn't the Wayans brothers involved in the first
They
3?
were the first
Was that
3, yeah.
That was their baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I put it to you that one of the best spoof movies of all time is Not Another Teen Movie.
I remember that one coming out, but I
love that movie.
I'm not sure. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, it's good. It's worth to go back and watch.
I might have to go do that but for the longest time, I didn't think that so many people have came and tried to copy the whole Zucker Brothers brand of comedy and that I think Top Secret's one of my it's one of the most brilliant movies in the world because you got the story right up front and there's gags going on in the background.
Right.
The camera's not zooming in on them. They're not explaining them.
Because you could take that whole plot line and make a serious movie out of it.
Totally. Yeah, easily. You take the gags out.
And that's what makes a good spoof movie.
It would be a serious film.
That's what makes a good spoof movie.
But when I see movies, like if there's something going on in the background that's supposed to be funny, but then the camera zooms in on it to make sure that the stupid people in the audience didn't miss it, like that's what ruins it for me.
Yeah.
But
another teen movie's got a couple of those where it's like the scene's over, but then something happens.
Right. Yeah. And I didn't think anyone had come close until Freaked came out, and I was like, okay, they got this.
Freaked was a good one. Alex Winters is not looking great. I think
he looks pretty much exactly the same as he did in like Lost Boys. I think he's still got the same curly hair.
He looks like someone put him through one of those aging.
He's a little thicker.
Aging programs. But it's like Keanu Reeves is sucking off his life force to stay looking young.
Right. Well, Keanu's he's making another John Wick movie.
Keanu Reeves is who did fucking God, what's his name?
Well, they're doing a third Bill and Ted.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Alex Winters really needed to win.
I'm incredibly excited. Well, he's been doing documentaries and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keanu Reeves is like Dorian Gray. And then Alex Winters is the painting.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Where does Dorian Gray shop?
Oh, I'm gonna regret this. Where?
Forever 21.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Well, I know that joke's been around for a while, but Dorian Gray jokes never get old.
Dude, yeah, Alex. I mean, after Lost Boys, he pretty much went on to film a crap load of documentaries. He's been a documentarian for a while. He heads up film festivals now and everything.
Yeah.
But now these days...
Lost Boys, man, I'm not going to get heat, but I didn't really like it.
Dude, I'm so with you there.
Really?
Like, everyone swears by Lost Boys. And I actually just watched it again a couple weeks ago to try to see if there was what I did like about it.
It's the worst Kiefer I've ever seen.
It's not even... No, Kiefer's fine. It's everything else around. I hate it. Okay, when I saw it in the theater, the thing that instantly made me hate it was when the older brother Michael's on the boardwalk and he's chasing the girl, like following her around everywhere, and he finally gets to talk to her, and he's like, "Hey, what's your name?" And she flips her hair back, and she doesn't even look at him. She's like, "Star," and I hated it by that. But it's a small moment in that movie, but I hate it. This goes back to a previous conversation that we weren't recording, but when someone gives me a fake like streety name just to sound kind of cool. And that's what I got from it. It's like a star. And I was like, oh, no, I fucking hate this
I won't call you that.
I'm not going to call you that with a straight face. And now I can't stand you or this movie.
Okay, Becky.
Right. and I hate when one little tiny thing in a movie or something you love can not ruin the entire thing, but make it so you never look at it different. Like Silence of the Lambs. I got to give this example. Silence of the Lambs. Great movie. Awesome movie.
Yeah.
It's not until the last 10 minutes. There's a part in the last 10 minutes in the movie that bugs the crap out of me.
Okay.
She's in his house.
Oh, wait.
He turns off the electricity and he's got the night goggles on, and she's sitting there like, she can't see anything. And
I didn't like that scene either.
I liked the scene, but
I like what they were trying to do with the scene.
But she was reflecting a shadow.
Oh, yeah?
And that's what bugged me. It's
really?
Like, she shouldn't have a shadow. It's like we're looking through his night vision goggles. And she's casting a shadow behind her. That's not how that works. And it ruined it for. It ruined that whole tense moment for me. Like, so now I can't. Like, every time I watch it, I can't watch the end.
He was way too close for her. Right. Not for her to do something. That's what bothered me.
Yeah, he was way super close.
Yeah, that's the part that it was. The whole time I'm like, well, she can just. As soon as he touched her, she would have.
Right. He at least touches her hair or something for a second.
At least shot.
And I've had friends go, well, have you ever seen a pair of night goggles? I'm like, well, only on TV and stuff. I've never held it. It's like, well, there is a little tiny green light that shines like right in the front.
Then she would be able to see it.
Then she'd be able to see it then, wouldn't she? She wouldn't be blindly, just wiggling her gun. And the fact that she cast a shadow means that there was a light.
Yeah, and she should be able to see it.
Right in front of her face. And it takes me out of that entire movie. And it Star in Lost Boys. She ruined it for me.
Yeah.
The shadow in.
I try not to. I try to not to get little stuff like that. The star thing bothered me just because it's bad acting.
Yeah, it was a bad name and horribly.
Yeah.
If you watch that scene,
I'm really particular about my movie vampires.
Yeah.
I think Blade nailed it.
I think
because in my world of darkness, vampires are in clans. That's how I like it. I like.
That's why I didn't like Underworld.
No, I wasn't a big fan of Underworld.
But it's so clan based though. It's such a clan based franchise. It's clan against clan kind of stuff.
Here's the problem. I've played and read too much in the world of darkness. So vampires and werewolves are a specific thing for me. And I didn't like their lore in Underworld.
Right.
I didn't like the vampires are fine, but werewolves will chew up a vampire.
Right.
But the other one, Buffy was great, but that was for
are you talking
completely
movie or
different
series?
All of it.
Okay.
I love the movie.
I love the movie.
I like the series too. I like it a lot.
Okay. My girlfriend is trying to get me back into the series because
I'm going to make my wife watch it.
I watched 2 episodes of a series and I was like, I couldn't do it.
You have to power through the first season.
Okay. That's what I've heard. I heard it gets better after the first.
Yeah. Well, and I still like the first season, but it's, they were trying to figure it out. Yeah. And they probably weren't working with too much of a budget.
Right.
Because it wasn't a hit yet. It was on the CW or whatever it was back in the day. Back before they were a new network, they had no money.
I just didn't think that Sarah Michelle Gellar was
as
dumb as Christy Swanson was. She wasn't dumb enough.
She's not.
And Christy Swanson was dumb enough. And that's why I liked the movie.
Do you ever watch Chuck?
I remember Chuck. I remember watching like the first.
So you've seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Really well. You know it.
I know it pretty well.
So in Chuck, his dad is Scott Bakula.
Oh, cool. Mr. Quantum Leap.
Yep, Quantum Leap. We'll ignore the Star Trek because I hate Enterprise. So in Chuck, he has this thing in his head called the intersect that makes it. Well, apparently his dad, Scott Bakula, invented it.
Oh, okay.
He shows up in his life. He wants him to get rid of it. Chuck says, "Oh, I got rid of it."
Okay.
So he goes to see him because his dad's crazy and he's hiding, but he finds him. And Scott Bakula's, so you got rid of it, huh? And then turns around and whips a spoon right at Chuck, and he catches it. He goes, "You threw a spoon in my head,
and you caught it.
But you threw a spoon at my head." Oh my God! I was laughing so hard.
Yes. Oh, that's great.
No one else got it. No one knew it. I was like, "Oh, that's super homage right there."
Yeah,
it was great.
Homaging
He didn't say it in the same cadence. You threw a knife at my head.
And you caught it.
Yeah.
I can see Donald Sutherland's little mustache just saying those words. And
it was a good movie. A lot of people shit on that movie. I liked it.
The fact that they even got Donald Sutherland to play that role was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
and I remember that was one of Paul Rubin's.
Rubin.
That was one of his acts after his big. Kill him a lot. Yeah. Right. No, he stole that movie.
Death scene ever.
He stole it. And I never watched 90210 when it was a thing. No. I couldn't stand that show, so I couldn't stand Luke Perry just by association.
I thought Luke Perry was good in that movie.
I liked him in that movie.
Yeah.
Pike.
Yeah. You know what happened?
That's a fish, not a name.
Him and David Arquette was a good mix together. They were pretty good.
That's right. That was David Arquette.
Let me in, Pike.
But I'm hungry. Come on, man. No, he was good.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah, apparently Joss Whedon doesn't really like that movie.
Yeah, that's what
because he said it was ghost written a lot. I don't care. I fucking loved it.
I don't care.
But they're coming out with a new Buffy, so I want to get the wife to catch up on the 7 seasons.
Yeah, I heard they're revamping it.
Maybe some Angel.
I heard my girlfriend's got the entire DVD collection of Angel sitting on our
Angel is tough. I didn't really like it, except for the final season is the best season out of all of them. The final season is fucking amazing.
Right. Well, he was kind of the pretty boy on the Buffy show, right? Yeah. I'm assuming he was the pretty boy on that show, and they just spun off. Had a pretty boy spinoff. Yeah,
he shows up, and then he's so he was a really bad vampire, like he's super duper evil.
Okay.
But then, due to a gypsy curse, he got a soul. Now he's brooding and he's sad because he feels the weight of everything he's done.
Okay, no wonder all the girls
loses his soul, gets it back, yada yada yada.
That explains why my girlfriend has them all on our shelf.
Dude that plays Spike, James Marston?
Marston?
No, I think that's the other guy.
Okay.
Marsters. Anyway, He's fucking great. He's amazing. He really, and he kind of shows up in the. So Angel is his grandsire.
Okay.
Darla made Angel, who made Drusilla, who made Spike. Okay, their lineage.
Okay.
But he shows up in the final season of Angel, and again, like I said, it gets really good.
Right.
But yeah. You should watch Buffy. You should.
I'll give it another. She's been trying.
It's one of those things, though. If you got a second TV, hook your PlayStation up, play Buffy on one TV, play your video games on the other.
Okay, that's what we've been doing lately.
Yeah.
She's been watching. She's been trying to get me into. Oh God. Well, no, we got really into Orange Is the New Black, so
It's all right. Do you like it?
I liked the first 4 seasons. I still watch it. I've still seen every single episode, but now it's at that point where.
So here's what you need to do.
It knows it's popular.
Here's what you need to do. Go to your Netflix. Look up a show called Wentworth. It is Australian version of a similar situation. Female prison drama, better.
I had no interest in watching Orange Is the New Black when it first came out because I had a very shallow opinion of it when it first was marketed.
Yeah.
Like, okay, women's prison, it's going to be, okay, we're all bitches. Yeah, bitches.
Definitely
girl power kind of shit.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I got exactly what I thought it was going to be, but well done.
Yeah.
It wasn't all cliched to hell.
Yep.
And the first reason, now it's just everyone's got a punchline now.
But it's by the end of the season, they nail it.
Yeah,
they do really well.
Okay, cool. I'll get it. I'll give that a shot.
Yeah, this new season's good.
Damn it! What is she trying to get me to watch? Well, she's been trying to tell me to watch Buffy she's all ready to watch Buffy from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I'll watch Buffy if you watch Briscoe County Jr. with me.
Hell yeah!
Say, I'm gonna make you watch Briscoe County Jr.
I wish that was on longer.
Yeah, it only lasted like.
Who was the sidekick? The black dude.
I don't remember the actor's name, but his name was Bowler.
Yeah.
Bowler. He was a bounty hunter dude. But I remember
Briscoe County Jr. was good.
But again, John Astin was in there as like their goofy scientist friend, and like they would just come across stuff that would kind of lead into the future. Like I don't know.
That wasn't Renaissance Studios, was it?
No, it wasn't Renaissance. It was God, I don't remember the production company. It's not great, but if you're a Bruce Campbell or Western fan, like
I remember watching and really enjoying, but I was pretty young.
Yeah.
Did you see Jack of All Trades? Mm-hmm. Oh, that one was good.
I liked Jack of All Trades. That was fun. That was a lot
Vern
of fun.
Troyer as Napoleon.
You're right.
But they put that back to back with Cleopatra 2525, which was also fucking amazing.
Well, yeah. Plus, and that was like during the whole. What I refer to as the Xena days, where network TV finally got a hold of Hollywood special effects and was able to craft whole shows around those effects. And like,
it was still shitty effects, but they tried.
There was like Mortal Kombat 1 effects.
God, that was such a good movie.
The first Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Dude,
two was a joke.
Trying to go back and watch. Well,
I've gone back and watched it. I still love it.
The effects are horrible.
Oh yeah.
So Scorpion's whole.
Yeah,
his harpoon thing it's
such an amazing soundtrack. I was thinking about that.
Are great.
Thinking about that soundtrack today.
Yeah,
one of the best soundtracks of all time.
Even the second one had a great soundtrack.
Did it?
Yeah,
I saw that in the theater and I was so sad.
Oh yeah, the movie was horrible. Beyond horrible.
Like they just try to put everybody in the movie.
Right.
That was the problem. If you would have just stuck to the same characters, you probably could have made an alright movie.
Well, they even changed some of the actors around. It wasn't even the same Raiden. They got rid of
Christopher
Lambert. Replaced him with
which, by the way, what is he doing as an Asian god anyway?
Right. Your sideshow freaks attack my fighters.
They put in the guy in the second one. They replaced him with the dude who was on Happily Ever After.
Yes, thank you. I can't think of that actor's name, but
I don't know. But he's been on other stuff too. Oh, he was the dad in the flashbacks in Dexter.
That's right. There we go. Yeah, he was Dexter's dad.
Dexter's dad.
That's right.
Yeah, Unhappily Ever After was so good. I mean, it was a direct Married with Children ripoff.
Right.
With Bobcat Goldthwait.
With Bobcat. I love Bobcat.
Nikki Cox, though.
I love that man.
I still haven't seen his Bigfoot movie.
Yeah, he's got a new show on, like Mysteries and Monsters with Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah.
It's something I haven't seen it yet because I forget what channel it's on.
Did you see his stand-up he put out a couple years back?
Yes, and
really good, really
loved
good.
It. In fact, it made me go back and watch like Meet Bob and like his earlier ones from the 80s.
Yeah.
Just to get the progression of it.
And I do really like the Bobcat character. Like in...
Oh, I love his old school.
But I'm fine with him ditching it too.
Oh yeah, no, it served its time. He's an incredible director.
Yes.
God Bless America with Joel Murray. Like it's on Netflix now, but it's like it's like Natural Born. It's like kind of a new version of Natural Born Killers.
Right.
Guy and girl go across the states just killing anyone who's rude. Like that's kind of the whole premise of it. But he's directed a lot of cool shit. Like
he's really found his calling.
Yeah, episodes of favorite show. I'll be sitting there watching an episode of Community, which I revisit quite a lot, and it's like, oh, this episode was directed by Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah,
like, oh, holy shit! Like,
I still would like to see him on the screen as well, but I get it.
Yeah, no, but his stand-up show was good.
The fucking Police Academies were some of my favorite movies.
Oh yeah, I grew up with all of those, man. I think I got up to 6. Yeah, I think I got up to. I think they went up to 7.
Did they?
I never saw the last one. It was called the 7th one was called Mission to Moscow, and it only had like a third of the original cast. So that are still alive. Anyway.
No, yeah, I saw 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. In the 4th one, they go to like Miami or something.
Oh, 5.
5. Okay.
Assignment Miami Beach.
There you go. I don't think I saw 6.
6 was. Oh God, what was 6 called? I used to have all of these memorized working at a video store.
Yeah.
And I used to have the poster for part 6 up in my bedroom.
That's hilarious.
Like,
Proctor.
That's right. Back when we had Captain Harris and Mauser, and then they got rid of Miami Beach was the first one where Steve Guttenberg didn't come back for, and they got some other Matt something or other.
Yeah, you gotta have Guttenberg.
You gotta have a Guttenberg. You gotta have Hightower.
God, he was hot for a minute, wasn't he?
Guttenberg? Oh yeah, all the Cocoon movies.
Short Circuit.
That's right, both Short Circuit movies.
3 Men and a Baby.
Both Cocoons, both 3 Men and a Baby. He's really into the 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on the last thing I saw him in was actually an episode of Community.
Really?
He comes in as this as a director. They have this one of the characters on Community lands a commercial gig where he gets a catchphrase saying "ham girl" to anyone who's like opening a package of ham. He just shows up in the window like "ham girl."
I don't remember that one. I've seen all of them, but I don't remember that one.
I think it's their absolute last season, season 6. Which
I thought they didn't do a movie. They were talking about doing a movie for a hot minute.
They're still talking about it.
Yeah,
everyone's willing to. Even Donald Glover is willing to.
Sure,
of
course.
It.
Have you watched Atlanta?
Yeah, love it.
Really good.
Love Atlanta. I haven't seen Solo yet. So
I haven't either.
I haven't seen his Solo, and I have to go see it in a cheap theater because I don't want this to be the first Star Wars.
It's
movie
playing in Camas right now.
In Camas,
yeah.
All right. But
released was last week.
But I swear, this is going to be the first Star Wars movie that I've never seen in a theater. Like, I don't want that to be the first one.
I didn't see Last Jedi in a theater.
You didn't?
You know what? I don't think I saw Rogue One in the theater too, either. But those are the only two. But I've seen them since, and Rogue One was awesome.
Yeah, Rogue One was
and
pretty
Last
badass.
Jedi was all right.
It was okay. I hated Last. Well, I didn't hate. That's too strong a word. But I was disappointed in Last Jedi when we saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
But once it came out on Blu-ray and we were able to bring it home, and I got a second viewing of it.
Yeah.
It's like okay. Because when I saw it in the theater, I thought the first 5 minutes was like a Geico ad.
Oh, I loved it. I thought
it was a joke. I thought it was a parody. I thought it was gonna like turn into a Geico ad. Like, there's some Star Wars movies. Like,
I turned it on because it was on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. And I was like, all right, that's how you start a fucking movie.
Well, Poe Dameron, his whole, I can't hear you. Can you? Yeah. Like the whole message miscommunication thing. I thought it was a bit. I thought it was a Geico commercial or something. I didn't know the movie had started yet.
No, that's
and I was so pissed when I realized it was actually the movie. I was like, really?
But on second viewing, did you like it?
Second viewing, I thought it was hysterical.
Yeah.
I laughed during the second viewing.
Yeah.
But sitting there in theater, having paid like double digit for it, like, oh, dude, no, don't.
I liked it. I was like, oh yeah, that's fucking just jump started.
But I liked everything else about it. It was all right. It's an adjustment.
I liked all the Star Wars movies well enough. I liked them. I mean, of course, the original trilogy is the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hands down.
I liked them all except for Episode 3.
Oh.
Just didn't
Is that
like
the
episode
Revenge
3.
of the Sith? Is that
Yes.
I
have the high ground.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was more excited for Attack of the Clones, the second one. I was more excited for episode 2, but it turns out that one is my least favorite. I would rather watch Phantom Menace than Attack of the Clones.
So Phantom Menace I hated until I saw Attack of the Clones, and I was like, all right, you filled in a lot of gaps. You made it work. Like it's not a very good standalone movie. Whereas you take any of the original trilogies, they're great standalone movies.
Yeah, great.
That's what. But episode 1 is only good if you watch it in conjunction with 2 and 3.
Well, almost the same could be said about Empire Strikes Back. Like Empire Strikes Back on its own is a great movie, but it ends on such a sour note that you have to watch Jedi just to get the like. I don't care what happens before, but I got to know what happens after. Like, but Attack of the like everyone. There's no doubt Jar Jar is annoying.
He didn't bother me that much.
He didn't bother me nearly as much as he bothered everyone else.
What bothered they really could have left him out of the movie.
See, go back and watch Attack of the Clones. Yeah. Every single line that comes out of C-3PO's mouth, far more annoying than anything that Jar Jar has ever said. Every single line that C-3PO delivers in Attack of the Clones is so groan-worthy. Like, it's just bad. Just bad.
Yeah.
I'll take Jar Jar over Attack of the Clones C-3PO any day.
The thing is I'm not going to go back and watch him again. So
right. You're going to have to take my word for it.
Yeah.
C-3PO was friggin' awful. Awful.
Yeah. Well. All right. Wow. Well, I think we're going to shut her down there.
We covered a lot of geek ground.
We should do this again soon.
Definitely, man.
You live close now, so.
Right.
All right.
It's been good seeing you. Thanks for the geek talk and the,
and the beer, the Rainier Beer. Rainier.
That's right.
Rainier. That's the way to go.
Cheap and easy. That's the way to go.
For sure. All right. Until next time.
Adios.